Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy back at it again. Welcome to another edition of the Rico Report. Thank you guys for tuning in on a Friday. I appreciate y'all. You guys already know what it is. It's the scheduled program, right? I was on this week on a Wednesday. Felt a little off to me, but you know you got to rock with it. And here we are on a Friday. And boy, oh boy, listen, man, I'm kind of getting, I'm not going to front, man. I'm kind of getting a little annoyed with having to, I guess, cover and talk about the Bills not winning and all the things that surround when teams are not winning. I mean, not winning is one thing, right? You could, you know what I mean? You could try to, you know what I mean, put the things together and see what the players are doing, the coaching, and what schemes are not working and so on and so forth. But then you got to battle, you know what I'm saying, players that are doing things in the, let me say, away from the stadium on their bye weeks, that you got to deal with that. And then on top of that, you got to deal with scrutiny coming at the coach, because obviously the team is 500, playing 500 football. But then there was I guess you can call it a bombshell, if you will, a bombshell of an article put out by Ty Dunn. Now, before I even get into all of that, folks, do me a favor while you guys are creeping into this room. Smash that like while you're here. If you have not subscribed, do me the favor. Hit that little notification bell that tells you when your boy's going live, when Buffalo Fanatics is going live, so you don't miss a beat. Because a lot of times I get, I didn't get a chance to catch Rico. Oh, I didn't get a chance to catch Rev or Zeba or my man Pierre. Well, listen, man, that's your own damn fault. Hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss a beat. Now, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it moving. Now, Sean Mcdermott. All right. First of all, how unprofessionally. Chewing gum on the mic is never the way to go. So, Sean Mcdermott, folks, love him or hate him, you already know he's going through it. He's going through it. By the way, I got to give a shout out to Augustus says, you got a computer? Yeah, boy. Got myself a new laptop, so if it crashes, the only thing, that's not the only thing that's going to crash. This laptop's going to be shut down and throw through a wall. But we should be all right. So, oh man, McDermott. Well, first and foremost, I want to preface where you guys know I stand. I haven't wavered. I've told you guys from the beginning, I'm a McDermott guy. I like McDermott. I like what he does for the squad. And the one thing that stands out to me the most is he hasn't lost the locker room. Didn't lose it last year. Didn't lose it at 13 seconds. Not losing it now. The guys are still locked in. They still have an opportunity, obviously, to make the playoffs. So I still rock with McDermott because I think he's got great qualities. Great, solid qualities. However, there was an article put out yesterday on Mr. McDermott and Coach McDermott's blunders, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And so let me just go back to this. A journalist. Journalists aren't there to write, you know what I'm saying, write pieces that make you feel good, that make you feel happy, you know what I'm saying, that are in your favor. They're supposed to my knowledge, you report the facts, you report the news, you report the ugly side of things, whether you know what I mean, it affects people or not. You're just reporting the news. Don't hate the messenger. I'm assuming it comes a lot from them, a reporter. Hey, listen, I'm just reporting what is out there. I'm reporting what people have been been saying. I'm reporting on things that have been written, but I've vetted, I've done my sources, I've gone through my sources, I've done my sourcing, and here's what I'm here to present. Now, do I have my own opinions in this piece? I'm sure I will, but I've got to report it unbiasedly as best I can. That's what I think a reporter is supposed to do. I mean, Stephen A. Smith is analyst, reporter / whatever you want to call him, media mogul, you know what I'm saying, that he's been doing this for a long time. And there were things, I mean, he tells the story of him and Allen Iverson. He had to write pieces on Allen Iverson. And Allen Iverson was like, fam, yo, you're killing me, bro. Like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just reporting what I'm supposed to report. I got a job to do, and I've got an XYZ. That's what Ty Dunn's piece is. Whether you like what you wrote, what you saw in it, yo, you talk to 25 people or have 25 different conversations. You didn't just take 2 or 3 people and say, yo, give me the goods, man. What did that guy say? Okay, he said that. When? I'm sure he didn't lazily do that. I'm sure he went out there and really spoke to people. Now, before I get into the opinions and the pieces and so on and so forth, the man himself was on Colin Cowherd today. And Colin was like, fam, pretty much asked him, like, do you go out there and ask for the dirt? Are you being are you being that dude, or is information just coming to you? Like, how does this work? And Ty Dunn got a chance to explain himself. So check this out. Hope the audio works. I'll be looking at the comments. Let me know if the audio is not working. I'll try to fix that up.
To pry information out of sources. There are other times sources contact you and want to give you information. If I could, which one was it? Were people more than willing to talk here?
Look, Colin, as you know, there's the NFL that will be spun at a podium in press conferences with poll-tested narratives. And look, sometimes a lot of coaches and a lot of players will keep it real at that podium. A lot of times it's chum, it's slop, and it's not the truth. I do think that with the Buffalo Bills, with Sean McDermott, with the 25 players, coaches, personnel men that I talked to that have been in that building, there is an atmosphere day to day that, as one assistant coach put to me, you're not just playing that team on a Sunday. You've got to overcome your own head coach. And there's a lot that goes into it. I know we've got one segment to chat about it, but it could be something as small as the Buffalo Bills wide receivers loving their coach, Chad Hall, so much that they're going to buy him a truck in 2020. I mean, that's unheard of. It's unbelievable. And then Sean McDermott turns it into the most negative thing possible. Multiple coaches told me it was a dark day at one Bills drive. So just one small example. I guess he didn't really like the relationships that these position coaches might have had with their players. They thought there might have been a little jealousy there. Just a needless war fought within, right? And then you can take a big picture to the point where you've got Josh Allen, you've got this freak show quarterback. Only 2 or 3 people on the planet can do what Josh Allen does. Yet there's a reason late in games he produces what should be a game-winning drive, and Sean McDermott and the defense get tight. You know, that's the other word. You hear robot and you hear tight. And I do think we can get into 13 seconds if you want. I do think that was a moment for this team. If we look back at the Sean McDermott era, that might have been the moment that broke the team, because it's one thing to just write it off as execution to the fans who are pouring their money, their sanity into your product. But that moment was never really dealt with within the building. Several players and coaches said, right, when Sean McDermott is the one who calls for the boot through the end zone, the touchback, when the special teams coordinator calls a squib, when Sean McDermott, I was told, takes over the defensive play calling duties from Leslie Frazier, and then Leslie Frazier is basically scapegoated in so many ways. After that, he tells the coaches the next day, you guys got to figure it out, and leaves. So I don't know. Like I get it. He has every right to defend himself. I'm just relaying specific stories that were shared by not 1, not 2, not 3, many people in the building.
A lot of times you have to pry information out.
So that's from the man's mouth himself. So how do you process that, right? And listen, you and I as fans have no dog in this fight. We don't. We're just spectators, and we're watching this whole thing. And we've seen and witnessed all the things that were written in Ty Dunn's article. We've seen it. We've talked amongst ourselves about it. We've raged about it. And then we got over it. Somebody said, yo, these are grown, gossipy men. He's a writer. He's supposed to. Now, when writing a piece, there's got to be a There's got to be a theme to your piece. There's got to be a reason you're writing something. You don't just write like a tell-all. You know what I mean, that's what if someone would look at it, they would look at it like it's a tell-all, like almost like a messy bitch. You know what I mean? Messy bitch vibes, right? You just writing up and you know me gossiping and telling this person said that and that person said this, and I ain't gonna tell you names. There's got to be a theme, and the clear theme is he clearly believes that McDermott is the problem in Buffalo, and a lot of folks have been saying that. You can't be mad at the message. Like I said, don't be mad at the message. The message is he ain't the dude for the job is pretty much what he's saying. He's been the problem. So when Ty Dunn puts this article out, he knew what he was doing. I mean, I reached out to them. I have a relationship with him, I guess you would. I mean, he's my buddy. Well, like, you know what I mean? A message here and there. Yo, man, I like that article you wrote. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I saw that interview you did with such and such. Yeah, that was cool. You know what I mean? Back and forth. I hit him up. I was like, fam, as a writer, good timing. You teed that up real good and you put it out there. And I pretty much said, be ready for the backlash because that shit's gonna come your way. But you know what? You gave us insight to things that we weren't privy to. Sounded like Doug Whaley. You gave us insight to things we weren't privy to. Like, everybody's making a big deal out of the 9/11 reference or the analogy. Bro, let me tell you something, man. As someone that uses a lot of analogies, I feel McDermott. There's some analogies that hit, and I've witnessed it. You guys are like, yo, that's so true. And there's some analogies I've used. I was like, maybe that one didn't hit. It happens. This brother's so dialed into trying to find a way to bring a championship to Buffalo. He's going to use any analogy he can to try to galvanize and bring his guys together. That one was a miss. There's hits and then there's misses. And my brother, he chose the 9/11 reference to try to, bring the team together. Although you understand the message. I mean, I think hashtag sports was like, you know what I mean? You could have used Ocean's 11. That would have been nice. That would have been cool too. Because they put things together. And I mean, there's so many things, but you understood the message. And here's the thing. That thing came out 4 years ago, bro. So, and it was within the locker room. You know what I'm saying? You guys already hear it. You know what I mean? What's in the locker room stays in the locker room. That shit got out. So now everybody coming after McDermott. He needs to go. That's the straw that broke it. He needs to go. He's still a good dude. He's still a good man. Does he have his flaws? Does he have things he's got to fix? Heck yeah, he's got to fix it. But I'm gonna tell you this though. Truth hurts. Truth hurts. I know you and I have been in a position where we think things are great. We think we are good at what we're doing or what we're saying or how we're acting or whatever it is that we think that we're without flaw in. And then things start to come out about you. And they're not lies. They're truthful. They're hurtful, but they're truthful. And right now, McDermott is going through a moment right now. And I feel for that brother because I'm sure of it. He feels like the world is caving in on him. Where he feels like everybody's talking about him. Probably. And the worst part is these are people that were once in the locker room that are no longer in this locker room. And now you got to deal with that scrutiny. You got to deal with like, yo, so who else is talking ish about me? As a human nature, as a man, as a woman, right? We have our insecurities. But now you're like, yo, that's how they feel. Like, that's how it's getting out there. And now people are like, you know what I mean, laughing at me and all that stuff. Bro, this is where you got to tap into your faith and be like, all right, man, you got me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're going to throw stones at me, but I got a job to do. And I feel for the brother, but truth also hurts. I got me speaking with the lift again, right? The truth also hurts. I will tell you one thing. I know for damn sure McKenzie's one of them. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Because McKenzie was once part of the team. McKenzie's now on another squad. McKenzie was a little taken back that he was let go. And I can assure you that there was they've had they're I can't say they're friends, but they're acquaintances. They had a show together. So there was behind the mic conversations. There are conversations I've had with certain players and certain people before I bring them on the show, and I have my personal things, and that's between them and I. Well, the point is, you're going to have people that in conversation, things come out. And you know how conversations go, where you could be having a light conversation and then it goes somewhere. And then all of a sudden you start talking to some deep shit. And you're like, yo, how did we get here? Damn, that what happened? Yeah, I mean, there was one time, oh, shoot, I never told you the story. It's not like I doubt that my man's like, yo, give me the goods. Here we go, man. I'm ready for it. What you got? He said, what? No. Tell me more. I don't think it was like that. I think it was in conversation. And as the conversation goes on, things get revealed. Yo, you know what? Let me call my boy because he's the one he can vouch, man. Yo, remember when this happened? Yeah, man. He was happens. Now, I will say this though. McDermott is an old school type of guy. He's not like he ain't like a funny guy. Even when he goes on, you know what I mean, Good Morning Football. They you know what I mean? It's a lighthearted show. He's very stoic. He's very that's just what he is. Maybe he's an awkward dude. That's what happens. Now, I'm in no way saying like, yo, I'm defending and he should keep his job. And listen, at the end of the day, you got a job to do and you got to win 5 straight games. You have to. That's where you're at. How these next 5 games go, whole nother ball game. The team has already come out and said they support you, and there's 100% that you are not going nowhere. Cool. Things can change. But how do you take this article coming out at this time? Now, I get somebody has a job to do. I also get that in that article, from what I read, those little 3 parts that everybody got a chance to read, there was a little thing that Ty Dunn put in there that it makes you kind of wonder. I didn't think of it at first. I was like, because everybody's like, he's got an axe to grind. So I was sharing this with my wife, my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my in-laws. And I was like, yeah, man, this is going. They always ask, you know, man, how the Bill stuff is going and how the podcast is going. And I'm like, so I'm telling them all this time, right? All these things that are happening. And immediately my mother-in-law is like, no. There's things that you can write and there's things that are malicious. This is something that you got to axe to grind. Like you are doing this on purpose at this time, around this moment. You knew what was going to happen at this point. And he did that on purpose. I was like, oh, of course he did it on purpose. He needs the clicks. He needs the attention, because that's why you put pieces out at certain times. So it hits. It's got to hit. So it travels, and it did. But the timing is dirty. That's my own personal opinion. The timing is dirty. Because you know the team is coming out of a loss to the Eagles. They're on their bye week. They're just dealing with this Von Miller stuff. You know what I'm saying? And coach is under a lot of pressure, and then here comes this. Ooh, that's dirty. Ty Dunn, that's dirty. You know that's dirty, bro. You know. But it's the business. I get it. You got to do what you got to do. I respect it. I do. As a writer, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, if for content creators, right, you can't just press live and then go. You got to strategically find the days that make sense. Okay, on Fridays around between 8 to 9, this is when most people are on YouTube. Let's go. On Wednesdays between noon and 3 o'clock, ain't nobody on YouTube. You're not going to sit there and post it right then and say, let's see the views I'm going to get. No. So him going ahead and writing that, that's tough. That's dirty. That's dirty, Ty. That's dirty. You know. And it's doing what you expected it to do. My man, Scott Blakely. What's up? Scott Blakely, member for 49 months. My guy. Respect. Salute to you, my man. Rico, how about Mafia support McDermott? Is he the perfect? No. No one is. Integrity? He has it more than most. Come on, Mafia. It's a hit piece. And this is where I side with McDermott. All right? I side with McDermott in this situation. Hold on. I got a comment coming from Sal. Rico doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out Dunn ran it by a real important player or coach before releasing it. Someone concurred. Oh, of course. There's no question about it. He timed it right. He timed it just right. And he knew that this is the right time to do it. Hurtful, yes. But it is what it is. Now, let me just keep cooking. If you guys, by the way, if you guys appreciate the vibe of the show right now, and where we're going and how I'm kind of, getting into it. Smash that like right now because I got shit to say. Because then I'm gonna try to move it to like where it's personal. It's personal. You know what I mean? Not cool. It's personal. So in that article, Ty Dunne mentioned that he's been denied credentials to, I guess, to cover the Bills. You didn't have to write that in there. You didn't. You could have left that simple line out of there. But because you put it in there, you're letting them know. Bills, Buffalo Bills, and whoever's part of the credentialed media that gives the credentials. Let me tell you something. First of all, Bills are very hard to be credentialed by. Extremely hard. We've been doing this, Buffalo Fanatics, since Bills Fanatics, when 2013. We got a letter. They wanted to sue us. I can't say sue us. They said cease and desist. Cease and desist. They say, yo, get rid of that name, the Bills, in your name, or you getting sued. So we're like, oh shit. The Bills don't want to mess with us. We're trying to bring attention to the team. They're like, no, y'all got to take that shit off, right? So boom, we had to move from that. So, and trying to get in the media and try to cover, because I would love for me to fly and get in there when the press is in there. I'd be amongst all these other guys, and I'll be having my questions ready to go, right? It's too hard to do. Very difficult to do. So you gotta find ways like we do. Hit up the players, hit up and build relationships outside of needing the Bills to do whatever. That's neither here nor there, right? But he put in that he's asked to be credentialed and they denied him. And they told him pretty much, you need to go outside the sources to find your story. So you know what Ty Dunne said? Got you. You don't want to give me credentials. You don't want to let me get in there and ask my own questions. Let me get my answers from the people that were in that building that will give me candid answers to my cause. And his cause is he doesn't believe that McDermott is the right man for the job. He doesn't believe he's the right man for the job. And this team would be further ahead if he were gone. And here's why he's not the right man for the job. He got made fun of for the whole 9/11 thing. And by the way, the whole 9/11 thing, it's a thing of the past with the team. The team already knows about it. They even make jokes about it. Dude, they roast his ass. Be like, dude, that was the worst analogy you could have used, man. You could have used anything but that. But you did. It's over with. But now to the world, it's like, yo, what a piece of shit. He's this and that. This world is too damn sensitive these days, first and foremost. Way too sensitive. Those that are sensitive carry, which there's individuals, neither here nor there. So the fact of the matter is this: my man said, "You didn't credential me. Guess what? I'm gonna get my sources. I'm gonna get my peoples, and when it's right, I'm gonna blast y'all." That's personal. Now, McDermott going through all this, not cool, man. That boy has that brother has a family. He's got a wife. He's got kids. He's got people reading this stuff about him. That ain't cool. But the reporter's job is not to really worry about feelings, is to get the facts out. And the fact of the matter is this: we're 6-6. We've lost some horrible games. The whole you mean Coach Hall? When they moved on from Coach Hall, when they bought him a truck, we said, yo, that is dope. They really love that brother. It rubbed Coach the wrong way. And in my opinion, it's a matter of like, yo, you're supposed to be coaching them, not their friend. But here's what you get when you bring a guy like Chad Hall to the squad. He's almost as young as these guys. He's not an old cat. He's a young dude. He's gonna relate with these guys. And this is the thing. McDermott being an older cat doesn't relate. Let me tell you something. If the Bills have a big win and they're playing music, right? And they make a circle. And they say, go McDermott, go McDermott, go McDermott. There's no way he's going in that circle and bust a move. Offbeat and all. He ain't doing it. It's not his style. Right? So I understand this whole not connecting with the team, because that's not his style. His job is to try to get these guys prepared to get the win. They're some dry ass dudes. Bill Belichick certainly ain't dancing for nobody, and he's a winner. He ain't gonna do it. So to be upset with Chad Hall because he's got a relationship with the players, Chad Hall's the one that decided to leave. He's like, yo, I'm out, man. I ain't doing that. I'm not staying. Could Chad Hall have been one of the people that had conversations with Ty Dunne? Maybe. Because like Chad Hall could have stayed easily. But he was like, nah, I'm out, man. He chose to leave. A lateral move. When you leave laterally, yo, something's up. Then you got the Frazier situation. Then you got more information coming out on the yo, I want to squib it. No, we're gonna kick it in the end zone. Like little decisions like that. And then when Ty Dunn says tight, he gets tight, he's robotic. You know what I'm saying? He gets small. You know what I mean? Like basketball players, you get small at the biggest moments. Those are things that he's got to fix. And let me tell you something. Like I said, truth hurts. You know what I'm saying? When people start to tell you things about yourself that you didn't realize, or that you know, like, yeah, I do got to work on that. I got to work on that for sure. Hopefully, when you hear those truthful, hurtful things, you want to change. You want to change. And hopefully, McDermott, hearing all these things, absorbs it and says, okay, yo, listen, robotic, this, that. All right, maybe these are very truthful things. These guys have 25 conversations had. I can't tell you that these are lies. There's probably a lot of truth in them. Maybe some exaggeration, maybe. Craziness. But you know who's in the corner of McDermott? Me. I still F with McDermott because I truly believe, and it was said in the article, that this guy wants to win one for Buffalo. He really does. I think he genuinely wants this championship harder than most to give something to Buffalo because Buffalo deserves this. Buffalo fans deserve it. I think he's fighting his ass off to do it. I really genuinely think so. I think he cares a lot. Does he have flaws? Heck yeah. Yes, he certainly does. And you know who's in very much support of Sean McDermott? Brandon Beane, general manager. Check this out.
Obviously, when you're in leadership positions, you got a lot of people looking up to you, and none of us are perfect. Okay, and I think Sean acknowledged that. I thought, I went into the team meeting yesterday. I think he talked to you guys first. Went in the team meeting, and I thought it was very authentic. I thought the guys all saw that and felt that and know Sean for who he is. And I think you guys that have been around here some years know who Sean's character is, and I'll stand by his character every day of the week.
The big assertion in this story, I'm not sure that if you read it, but Sean indicated that it was an attack on his character, but 25 former players, coaches, that basically the theme of it was there's been a lack of accountability within the organization from Sean. Has that been your experience with him?
No, not at all. Listen, this is a tough business, and in the positions that we're in, sometimes people don't leave here, thrilled with the reason or agree with the reason, and it's just, it's unfortunate. You would love for everyone to leave here smiling and happy, and it's a competitive business, and again, sometimes you have to agree to disagree. But no, that's not how I would categorize Sean in my eyes.
Brandon Beane is in support of his head coach. That's what you need. Your GM supports you. Your GM knows who you are, your character. He ain't listened to all that stuff. He knows what the goal is at. He knows where the goal is at. He knows what we need to do. Does McDermott understand he's got some pressure on him? Hell yeah. Does Brandon Beane understand that there's some pressure on this whole organization? They can't go in and have this blunder of a year? Heck yeah. These next 5 games are crucial. But Ty Dunn's piece just magnified everything on McDermott. McDermott was already under pressure. Now you got the big old magnifying glass on you, and the sun is beaming. If he don't win, he's going to get cooked. And then we may have to revisit if we bring this brother back. Now, as for the players, I've been saying, I don't think he's lost his locker room. I think he's got the locker room intact. In fact, all this nonsense that's going on out there, hopefully, is a blessing in disguise and brings the squad together. And then it becomes Buffalo versus everybody. That's what we want, right? We want them to be dialed in, focused in, and ready to rock, including McDermott. In these big moments, he's got to rise. He's got to rise to the occasion. And I saw a comment earlier saying, Rico, he hasn't learned, though. He had 13 seconds, then he had 12 seconds. He's not learning. And he's not taking any accountability, and that's this and the third. I mean, I've seen this brother take so much accountability. Yo, it starts with me. It starts with me. We got so damn bored of him saying it starts with me. Say something else. You know what I'm saying? It gets that way. But truth does hurt, and truth reveals a lot of things. And we're about to see the man, Sean McDermott, and how he's going to deal with this adversity, because that's what he's dealing with right now. This team is dealing with it. He's dealing with it. He's facing it head on. He's answering the questions when they hit him with it. That whole 9/11 thing, I mean, everybody's making a big deal out of it. Like, poor choice in analogy. Done. You know damn well he wasn't celebrating any of the stuff he was talking about. There's no way. You know that. And if you believe that he's celebrating that, you're an idiot. And I'll tell that straight to your face. You're a dummy if you believe that shit. Now, how are these boys gonna rally and win? First and foremost, you got to rally around your head coach. You got to rally around your head coach and say, Coach, we got you. And you know who does got him? This guy right here.
Has he been accountable all these years in your eyes?
100%. And I think that once you make it to this level, I told you guys what I think I spoke to somebody yesterday. We're all grown-ass men in here. You know, especially for myself, I know personally when I have a bad play, when I have a good play, I don't need a coach to tell me, you know, what I did good, what I did bad. You know, I know it. That's me holding myself accountable, and I think everybody throughout the last how many years of being here, that's kind of the mentality we've had. And so, yes, I do think that that Sean holds people accountable, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes he does to me, and I'm pissed off about it because I already know. And I've been around here, been in the same playbook for a while. I know what I need to do. Yeah, I think for former players to come out, former coaches, whoever, 25, whatever you said, people to come out and speak on that. You know, maybe there's a little bad blood from maybe not being here anymore, or maybe they just felt that way. I can't speak on their own personal interactions, but to me, I think it's a low blow to question you know, Sean's character, and you know, I don't think that there's any good coming out of that. You know, I think a lot of us would not to, you know, knock on you guys, but the media is reporting the story. But I think in the locker room and stuff, we're all here to lift each other up. So for guys to do that, it's kind of messed up in my eyes. So you know me, I'm pro Sean McDermott. I trust in everything that he's done around here and what he's going to continue to do, and I'm gonna back him any day of the week, twice on Sunday.
And I respect that. I respect it. That's a captain of the team. That's a guy that's been on this team since day one, since McDermott's been here, brought in by Whaley. Shout out to my man Whaley. So he's been around. He's seen what it was like. He's seen what it's like now. He sees the vision. He sees what McDermott is truly like. So if anybody's going to speak on it, Micah Hyde, a well-respected player around the league, a well-respected player on the squad, loved by many, that's the guy you want speaking on the character of his head coach. And he says it. I'm a ride for that dude. That's my guy. I'm pro Sean McDermott, as am I. And I feel that he's going to get his act together. This is a learning moment. I'm telling you, man, when truth start coming about yourself, you start to learn things about yourself real quick, and you kind of, turn a little, you got to turn a little bit. You gotta mold yourself to be better. So this team is going to rally. I feel they are. And by the way, shout out to Matt Perino asking some solid questions, man. Because I always get on the media for asking some cookie cut, soft ass questions. Those are some good ones. But check this out. So Matt Perino was on it. Says Sean McDermott had said this. His mind has been spinning the last 24 hours since Tyler Dunn's story, which McDermott referred to as clearly an attack on my character. It's been disappointing. It's been hurtful. At the end of the day, I know who I am. At the end of the day, I know how the rest of it, I didn't want to put the whole thing, but that's the gist of it. So here's the deal when it comes to that. The question isn't an attack on his character. In my opinion, yes, it is. Because you could have just talked about, his blunders, but there were some things in there that it was personal. It was personal, and you're making this guy the butt of jokes, and that ain't cool. That ain't cool. But as a reporter, you're doing your job. You got to do your job, and he timed it right. It's dirty, though. It is dirty. I ain't going to front. That's dirty. That's dirt McGirt. But that's the nature of the business that we're in. So now all this bullshit is out right before the Bills got to play. Right before the Bills got to suit up and play. And now we gotta deal with this mess. We got the Chiefs coming up. We had 2 weeks by. We have Von Miller with the distraction to the team with the Von Miller nonsense, which is still pending. I believe it's still pending. He probably is going to play. I assume so. So there's a lot that's been going on. This week should have been a quiet week to get ready, a quiet week to stay the course and get through it. And here we are. Now, I will say this, my brother has been he's been on this McDermott case since when what do you call Nate Peterman was on the squad and Tyrod Taylor. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. When he made that switch from in that Chargers game, that's when my brother lost it. He's like, yo, your coach is a bum. Your coach is a bum. He's an idiot. I was like, what do you mean he's an idiot? And here I am. I'm like, yo, Nate Peterman. I'm ready for Nate Peterman to get his shot, right? And he goes, nah, man, that guy's a bozo, man. You had the better quarterback that was not having the greatest day. He benches him, puts in Nate Peterman. He's like, that right there was all I needed to know about this guy as a head coach. That decision right there. And that stuck with me for a long time. I've never shared this story. That stuck with me for a long time. He's never been a fan of McDermott. He's a good dude, but that decision right there tells me everything I need to know about this guy. This guy benched Tyrod Taylor to put in freaking Nate Peterman that throws 5 interceptions and then takes him out to put Tyrod back in. Bro, what kind of mess is that? Nah, man, he's a bozo, man. Get that dude out of here. He's been on McDermott's case since then. And here I am saying, but we've done this and we've done that and we've done this. He's like, I don't care, man. That decision right there, it's crazy. That's crazy, bro. And I feel it. Because it's like Josh is having a terrible game. I'm not comparing Josh, obviously, to Tyrod, obviously. But Josh is having a bad game, and he goes, yo, Kyle Allen, get in there, bro. Kyle Allen throws 6 picks. All right, Josh, get back in there. Bro, that's the type of shit that will lose a locker room. But he kept that locker room together. But you guys understand what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, all this noise is great, but that's what makes teams, the good teams, even better. Because they can silence the noise, silence all the bullshit, and your head coach will get your ass, and you gotta coach, and you gotta get in the game. Now, if you come in here and your head is all over the place and you can't, and you're calling these plays that are some bullshit and this, that, and the third, bro, we got a problem. And if it continues and bleeds into the Cowboys games and bleeds into the Chargers game, that bleeds into the Patriots game, now Brandon Beane will have to have tough conversations with people in the building, starting with the Pakulas, and be like, all right, what are we doing? Because if McDermott is vacated from that position, that is the greatest head coaching position that will be in the league. Whoever gets that one, that's going to be a tough one to go with, first and foremost. But that's going to be a tough one. So if you guys have any questions, just jump in there. But here it is, man. They got to deal with it. They got to deal with the noise. As for Ty Dunn, kudos to you. You did a good job, man. Good article. It was insightful. It gave us information that we had no idea about. But that was dirty. That was dirty, man. You chose the right time or the wrong time, whatever you want to do. And it shows that you want this guy out. That's what you're putting the facts out there, but the facts are you want his ass out because all those things you laid out telling us he is not the guy for the job. You want his ass out of there. And you presented your case. Hurting those all over the place. Now, addressing folks that are saying, well, those guys that open their mouth and said something, cowards, man, put your name on that shit. Say that with your chest. If you're really about that life, say that with your chest. It's not quite the way things work, bro. Because there are guys that are still in this league that are probably still playing. There are coaches that are still coaching right now. Could you imagine? You know what I'm saying? Let's just say Chad Hall is one of the people that said something in there and said something damning. He ain't going to put his name on there because now where he's coaching now, I think with the Jaguars, they're going to be looking like, yo, that's kind of sideways. So if he gets ousted as a position coach and is looking for another job somewhere else, you ain't gonna get a job because like, yo, you talking greasy about your head coach that was over there? Nah, I don't want nothing to do with you. You gotta stay silent. That's why a lot of these players stay silent until they're analysts, and then they start telling these stories. They don't tell them, it's say it with your chest and all that stuff is great, but just keep it a buck. You don't. That's not how it works because you're still surrounded in and amongst this league. If you didn't give a damn about life, you would say, yo, put my name on that. You know what I mean? Like Quentin Spain. I'm not saying he's one of the 25 that had something to say, but it wouldn't surprise me. It would definitely not surprise me. And he's come on Twitter before and mentioned, hey, man, I could say a whole lot of stuff, but I ain't going to say it. So Quentin Spain, and he was not happy when he departed from the squad. So he would be one of the people that would be in that position. Just saying. What's up, Laura? What's happening? Laura says, yo, Capaccio said he asked McDermott if Vaughn sits, will it be for football? Would it be a football decision? That's a great question. And McDermott said yes. So they're not sitting him because of personal drama, but they sit him because he's not playing well. Listen, man, that's just coach talk. At the end of the day, here's the thing. This is what you got to look at. This is when money is involved. Great question, by the way, Laura, and thanks for putting that. What Sal Capaccio asked. It comes down to money, and it comes down to, is he going to give us a chance to fucking win these games? Because I got 5 games and I got to put the best guys that I have on the squad. Y'all know where we're at. If we don't make the playoffs, obviously, me as head coach, I'm going to take the brunt for it. But you guys are not absolved either because you guys are on the field. Your play is being displayed right now. So if you guys are playing like ass, Von Miller, it's on film. It's on you, bro. So you got it. You got 5 games to show me what you got. Get in there. You got to. 1 game at a time against the Chiefs. And by the way, the Chiefs, Isaiah Pacheco's not playing. There's a few guys that are not playing. Few guys that are not playing on that squad. So we got an opportunity. And by the way, we have a healthy freaking team. Everybody practiced in full. So kudos to that. We can get that thing popping. Let me see if I can add. I was going to add a picture. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to do that to you guys' ears. But kudos to the squad, for real. So let me put a button in this whole situation. Let me put a button in this whole situation, right? And we're going to move on. And then wifey's going to come down in a little bit if she's listening. Listen, shit happens. Shit happens, man. And sometimes when it's the toughest times, man, and that's rolling your way, bigger things around the corner. I mean, that's life shit too, man. There's some, you know what I mean? There's things happen in threes. Like, there's some big things. I mean, even this week, I had to push my show because, like, I went to drive my friend to the airport, slid into a curb because they don't salt in this freaking province, which drives me nuts. It's like these guys just wait until the snow falls. Like, yeah, let me get out there. You know what I mean? Slammed into a curb. Boom. Now, I look at it like, yo, it could have been worse. Maybe I was driving, I slid into something else, like an oncoming truck or this, that, and the third. Like, sometimes things happen huge, and then you can kind of turn it around because there's some bigger things happening around the corner. You know what I mean? So right now, it looks like shit is going terribly. But guess what? 1 win changes a whole lot. Now you got some life. Now you got some breathing, right? Right now, it's like a whole couch is sitting on your chest. You can't breathe for shit. You're trying to take a deep breath, but you can't because there's a lot of pressure on not only Josh Allen. There's going to be pressure on McDermott, pressure on the O-line to keep it up, pressure on the defensive front to get after the sacks, pressure on the defensive back end. We need to get those turnovers, right? Pressure on Tyler Bass that was crucial in our last game. That missed 2 damn field goals. There's some pressure right now in Buffalo. Relieve that pressure by putting some dubs, getting some W's on the column. We got to put some W's together. But it starts with 1 game, baby. It starts with 1 game. I'm going to tell you this, though. There has been a lot of people that's worked for Buffalo Fanatics in time, over time. And I'm sure of it. I mean, I'll tell you this. Some people have left and it's been cool. Still cordial to this day. Shout out to my guys, BIB. You know what I'm saying? They were once with us. They're doing their thing. They're thriving. And I still talk to them boys, man. Salute to my man, Akeem, Dave, all them cats. Those are my cats. We straight. But there's some people that have been with BF. that we no longer speak to, or not even no longer speak to. We just, you know what I mean, we parted ways and we just keep it a buck and that's it, right? But I'm sure they got a lot of nasty things to say about us. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is, man. This is life. So McDermott going through that, people talking shit. All right, then. Take my lumps, talk your shit. All right, let's fucking bounce back and let's go. That's the way I look at it, man. The fuck, you I know this brother's not gonna sit here and boo-hoo all day. All right, man, they're talking shit. I mean, they're no longer on the squad no more. You made that decision for a reason. All right, let's move. What I got with me, my crew with me, is cool. I mean, how many times have you gotten broken up with? Your heart was broken, and then you get yourself a dime piece, and now you straight. Hello. You can't say that we've never been heartbroken before. Man, get out of here, man. You'll sit in your feelings for a couple of days, McDermott, and let's bounce the fuck back and let's roll. You got some games to win, man. So hit this media thing. And then once you're done with it, be like, yo, I'm done with all this tight down bullshit because it's going to blow over. They can talk about all they want. Now I got to control what I got to control. And guess what? I got to control getting these dubs. That's what it comes down to. Got to get the dubs. Get the dubs, man. So Jordan Poyer, you ready to pull that shirt out? Big dubs. Well, we need that shit. We need that big dubs against the Chiefs because you know damn well that's a big game coming up. That's a big game coming up. And Josh Allen's going to lead the way. Speaking of my boy Josh Allen, ESPN Greeny. You guys know who Greeny is. Greeny had a lot of things to say, bro. And Greeny is a Jets fan. He is a Jets fan through and through. He knows his team is done. But he's sick and tired of people talking shit about Josh Allen. He's sick and tired of it. And that's the ops right there. And he had something to say. Check this out. I hope I'm getting the right clip.
And I'm aiming this direct.
That's a good one, but not this one.
I know that Josh Allen has turned it over in 8 straight games and that he has the most turnovers in the NFL over the last 4 years. I know you know that because you hear it all the time. It generally comes right after someone on television says, well, Josh Allen is a great player, but let's try something different here. Let's talk about just how great he actually is. Allen has 17 more touchdowns than he does turnovers this year. So for all the talk about those, do you know how many players have a better margin than that? 1, Dak Prescott. In fact, Allen has 94 more touchdowns than turnovers the last 4 seasons. Only Patrick Mahomes has a better margin in the entire league. Over those 4 seasons, while everyone has been busy talking about Allen's turnovers, do you know how many teams have scored more points than the Bills have? None. And only the Chiefs have had a better record. Over those 4 seasons, Allen himself, personally, has 163 touchdowns, and his team has punted 174 times. He is a one-man offensive machine. And with 7 more scores this year, which knowing him, he'll get in like 2 weeks, he will become the first quarterback ever with 4 consecutive 40-touchdown seasons. Peyton, Patrick, Brady, Breeze, Brett, none of them did that. Allen is about to. So now let's consider where the Bills are right this minute. If their kicker makes 1 lousy field goal in Philadelphia, and if they don't have 12 men on special teams against Denver, they would be 8-4, and Josh Allen would be the leading candidate for MVP. So in conclusion, let me say this. The year that Aaron Judge hit 62 home runs, I never once heard anyone mention that he also struck out 175 times. Why? Because he was so good, it more than made up for the imperfection. Josh Allen is that good too. And there is no need to put a but at the end of that sentence. Here's the deal.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, listen, this isn't anything that we have not said before. So this is not breaking news by ESPN Greeny. It's not. We've been saying this since forever. Yo, this guy is putting up numbers this year. He's been putting up numbers the last 4 years. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all talking about all these turnovers. Guess what? I'm putting points on the board, sucker. Like, what are you talking about, man? It's like, here's an analogy. Maybe it works and maybe it doesn't. Maybe you guys will kill me for it. But I saw this written somewhere. I don't know who. I think it was Ocho Cinco talking to Shannon Sharp, and they were talking about the type of women they like or something of that nature. And Chad was talking about, yo, he used to be a stripper back then, and he used to strip for women. I know. How did that go from here? See, that's how conversations go. That's how conversations go. They go from nowhere, and you're like, oh, here comes another story. But here it is. So, and here's how I'm going to get my story in, right? So they were talking about, oh, these are the women that I like. I like them big. I like the big women and all that good stuff, right? And Shannon Sharp was talking about sometimes you got to slay dragons to get to your queen. You got to slay your dragons to get to your queen. And if you guys don't know what that means, go look it up and see what that means, right? And sometimes you got to throw some picks. You know what I'm saying? But in those picks, you're going to throw like 3 or 4 touchdowns, and hopefully that gets you to win. So these next 5 games, man, we slayed some dragons. We slayed some dragons, you know what I mean, in the last, 13 games, bro. So we got 5 more games where we just, you know what I mean? Now it's time to get the queen. Now it's time to get the queen, man. No more slagging dragon. no more dragon slaying, man. We got to get the queen. And sometimes that's what it comes down to. You just got to do what you got to do. And right now, we are in position to try and do it. We are in position, and we got a little bit of help. Mike Tomlin and the mother effing Steelers lose back-to-back games to teams that are 2-10, 3 wins now. Now, Cardinals, I gotta give them credit. The Cardinals, on the other hand, they got Kyler Murray back. So that you kind of gotta give them, a little bit of credit. Because Kyler Murray he's no scrub. He's nice like that. And then obviously the Patriots, I don't know what the hell happened. You can't lose to the freaking Patriots, bro. They put 0 points up against the Chargers the week prior. And here we are, man. Kyler Murray is a damn good quarterback. Billy Zappi, though, jury's out. I don't know. But the Mike Tomlin-led Pittsburgh Steelers losing back-to-back teams, they just opened up a game for us, man. So maybe, just maybe, we have an opportunity to lose one game. I don't want to lose one game. We got to win them all. We have to win them all. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. By the way, Sal says, it's amazing national media been blaming Allen all year, never talking about McDermott and his choke jobs. I mean, they have been. They have been. But right now, who are we watching? We're watching Josh Allen play. And let's not get it twisted. Although I don't disagree with them saying, yo, stop with the damn, you know what I mean? Stop with the damn turnovers. I do agree. I mean, he's got a turnover in 8 straight games or something stupid like that. I mean, you got to stop giving that ball up. But sometimes you got to give the ball up. You mean, you got to try some. Sometimes you're going to shoot an air ball. You're going to shoot some air balls here and there. But then once you get that rhythm going, it's money in the bank. It's money in the bank. And that's why we got to cash in on this weekend, man. We got to cash in. Got a team. Nolo, I believe, is a damn good coach, damn good defensive coordinator. And Stephon Diggs he was giving him praise the other day. He had to catch himself. He's like, yo, I mean, what's that coach name, Spagnuolo? He's like, I ain't disrespecting the thing. What's his name? I just don't know how to pronounce it. He caught himself because you don't want to give some ammo to anybody. You want to kick some ass and take names. And that's what these Bills need to do. And we got a clean slate. Everybody is healthy. Not anybody is on the injured list. Even Kyrie Elam is off the injured list. And I mean, they already said he's not going to play. But now that we have options, we can go in any direction that we need to go. So let's see how this all plays out. We will see how this all plays out. So, folks, I already spoke on it on Tuesday. I'm not going to speak on it again on what we need to do to win and all that good stuff. That's already out there. We just know it's huge. We got a big old game. Matt Spazio, Rico, wear your lucky trousers. Well, we need some, man. We're going to need everything we can to win this damn game, man. We got to. But the one thing that we just can't do is turning the football over. We just can't turn the ball over. We just can't, right? But more specifically, though, speaking of this Chiefs game, right? And we were talking about penalties and so on and so forth. And somebody was like, hey, man, we don't lead the league with 84 penalties. We're like 4th. Well, we're 4th. We have 84 penalties. It's fucking a lot. All right. The leading team is 91. So like we're a few off. You know what I'm saying? Several off. But nonetheless, we've got to eliminate those things. Those are things that kill drives. You guys already know. I ain't got to tell you all that. You know what up. But this is a massive game coming along. This is a massive game. But the Steelers losing was massive. The Steelers losing actually gave us a lot of life. We got some life left, folks. We do. And now we got a full chance to take advantage. So let me get. I saw a lot of comments coming in, so let me try to get some of them, and we'll see if we can strike up some conversation right now. So my question, as I scroll up with y'all, somebody mentioned Joe Marino. What did Joe Marino? Joe Marino is a monster. Joe Marino's good, man. He's good at what he does, man. He's good at what he does. I'm gonna tell you something right now on Bleacher Report. Whoever and people covering the Bills news on Bleacher Report is myself and Joe Marino right now. So now he's definitely good at what he does, man. He's good at what he does. He's been doing it a long time. He's the draft guru. So he's been doing that a long time. So you got to give him his love. Got to give him that brother his love, man. So as I'm scrolling, I'm gonna let y'all jump in and ask your questions if you need to. But my man John says, "Yo, do we need to thank the Patriots for beating the Steelers?" Yeah, we do. Heck yeah, we do. Because right now, Kenny Pickett being hurt, not that it matters, but Kenny Pickett being hurt, now they got Mitch Trubisky in there, and Mitch Trubisky ain't playing any better. They had their chances to win the game, and they just couldn't do it. Let's not trip, though. The Patriots defense is still a damn good defense. You're coached by one of the best in the game ever in Bill Belichick. So it's one of those situations where you just gotta take advantage where you can. And if these teams are gonna give up games, shoot, I'll do it, man. Matt Spice says, "Yo, Rico, did you read the full article?" I know there's a paid version of the article, so there's some spots I did not read. I mean, I read what you guys read, right? With that 3-part on Twitter. But I'd be damned if you think I'm gonna pay $8 to go and read some shit. Nah, bro. I ain't gonna read no tell-all for $8. You know what I'm saying? I gave you a click. I read your stuff. I liked it. I saw what I liked. I saw what I didn't like. Kept it moving, man. But you ain't getting another $1 from me. What I look like? What I look like, bro? I ain't doing that. McDermott got completely outcoached by senile fraud and Belichick. I mean, shoot. I don't know if he got outcoached per se. We just didn't execute, man. Our guys didn't play well. We didn't, man. We let these boys just run down the field and score on us, man. We're like, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. McDermott has an opportunity right now to get his act together and figure this thing out. And all these things coming out at this time, you got to deal with it. You got to take it on the chin, brother. You got to take it on the chin and keep it pushing. You got to take it on the chin and keep it pushing, man. So let's see how these guys respond, because all the NFL it's all about responding, man. Somebody punches you in your mouth, and how do you respond to the jab? How do you respond to the uppercut? You take another one and another one, you go down, like, fuck, man. Like, you get punched. All right, shoot. All right, that was a good one. Let's roll. It's about counters. You have to counter in this league. And right now, we're about to make the biggest counter. We have an opportunity right now to be a version of the 07 Giants. And I know you've heard that reference before, and you're gonna hear it again. You have an opportunity to be the 07 Giants, where anybody looking your way, you have a slim chance of making the squad. And God forbid, you know what I'm saying, some other teams lose here and there. Ain't no team want to see us. They don't want to see us, man. But it starts against the Chiefs. We got to get one against the Chiefs. We got to get one against the Chiefs. And we're going, and what I like the most about this is we're going on the road. I know we haven't been great on the road. I know that. I'm aware of that. But we have an opportunity to silence the crowd in Arrowhead. We got a chance. We absolutely have a chance to silence the crowd in Arrowhead. Green Bay went out there and handled their business. I don't know if they were home or away. I can't recall. I think they were away. They went and handled their business with Jordan Love, Christian Watson, I mean, Romeo Doubs, although he didn't do anything because I have him on my fantasy squad. He didn't do shit. But they went down there and did their thing. They played good defense. And that's what it's come down to. I don't know who was it that was saying it. Was it Bart Scott? I know a lot of people are not a fan of Bart Scott. But Bart Scott was like, yo, you go to the playoffs, you got to bring two things in your luggage, a run game and a defense. Guess what? We're in playoff mode right now. So run game, we seem to have it. I'm not all the way convinced, but we seem to have it. James Cook is one amongst the leaders out there. So, I mean, I got to give him his flowers. He's doing what he's supposed to do. I think he can do more. I'd like to see more. Let me put it that way. And then you got to pack your luggage with defense. And right now, our luggage is half full. Our luggage is half full. We gotta pack that defense. I don't know if the defense is gonna show up or not. We'll see. So wifey's gonna come down and shortly. She's gonna make her pick'ems. We didn't really rehearse it today because she was out handling with the kids and stuff like that, and I was working night shift and I took a nap, and so we didn't really have a chance. So this is gonna be off the cuff where she picks, and we'll see how it plays out. I'm actually very curious to see how she's gonna roll with it. You think she's gonna go with she gonna have a good upset? I'm curious to see. But we'll see how that goes, man. So this Chiefs game is gonna be huge, man. And then we're gonna do a pregame show. Somebody said Rico don't like to cook. Well, I love cooking, bro. You tripping, bro. We're gonna see how this game plays out. Like Sunday's game is a 4:00 game, so I probably won't be there for the pregame show. The kids got soccer. What a terrible time to have soccer. So they got soccer at 4:00, and luckily for us, the game is an hour after. So I'll be back for 5 for the game. So it's gonna be probably Rev or my man Zeba that's gonna be holding it down. But we'll see how that goes, man. Kim Best says, "Yo, Rico, how many runs for Cook would you be happy?" Oh shit, my man said, my head is in the clouds, bro. I'm gonna go back to that comment you said earlier, and I was like, said something else. How many runs for Cook would make you happy? Ooh, that's a good question, Kim. And I'll tell you right now, any running back will be happy with minimum 15, but 15 is just not gonna cut it. So like for him, 17 and up, 17, 18 touches, that tells me that we made a concerted effort to get that boy the football and allow him to run. He's got to. He made a concerted effort. If you get that, but you had like 13, that means they just kind of gave it to you a couple times here and there to kind of get things going, right? I'm not with that. I need to see a little bit more. My man said, "Yo, Rico don't like Cook," and I thought you were talking about cook as in cooking. Nah, man, James Cook is cool. He's cool, man, but he's just not like the last couple games he's been running pretty decent, but there's something that just does. He's good. He's just a good back, man. He's not dynamic enough for me to be like, yo, he's dynamic. He's this, he's that. But he's solid though. He's a solid back. And I know he's got way more in the tank. I know he's got way more in his toolbox. So let me see it, man. Let me see how we roll. So let's roll like that. Salute to my man Bobby Ray, man. What's up, Bobby? Listen, if you guys have been living on the rock, I gotta give my guys some love, man. Look at our Instagram. I constantly get told all the time, like if I'm meeting people in out in public or whatever, or friends of mine that are like, yo, like I see you on YouTube, but like, I'm like, so I start showing them all the things that we are a part of, the Buffalo Fanatics, and I show them our Instagram. They're like, dude, that Instagram is run proper. I was like, hell yeah, it's run proper. This is run proper because my man Bobby Ray is holding it down. Content creators that I've talked to over the years, they go up and hit up our Twitter, and they hit up our Instagram. They're like, dude, that thing is run like smooth, man. You guys got everything on there. So if you guys have not followed us on Instagram, go ahead and follow us on Instagram. What are y'all waiting for, man? That's where it's at right there. Ain't that right, Bobby? He says, salute. You know what I mean? You know what would make me happy? If your bitch ass will come on screen and let's talk some football. That would make me happy. Don't do this to me. Get on the mic. come chop it with your boy. Let's do some pickups. Let's see what we got for who you got this weekend on all the games. Because I gotta make my call. And I'm not trying to yell at my wife, but I'm gonna yell at her ass and be like, get down here, because the hell is she doing? I know you're watching it on your phone. Get your ass down here so we can let's do these pickups, man. You know how it is. So yeah, man. So this Chiefs game is gonna be nasty because like they got some Pacheco's not in. I mean, I got the list in front of me. Pacheco's out. That's the big name that's out there. There was a clip today from who was it? It was Valdez-Scantling. Valdez-Scantling. They're like, yo, hey, Valdez, in light of like how you've been playing lately, and I know I'm pretty much saying like, yo, you've been playing like shit. So how, like, you know what I mean? How have you been you know what I mean, able to kind of like get over that and so on and so forth. And Buddy's like, what? Almost like he gave that Russell Westbrook was like what? Like, what are you talking about? And dude's like, you know, like the drops, and fam was like, yo, man, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Like, you know, not everybody's perfect. And not every, I mean, he didn't even want to take any kind of play of like, oh, you ain't gonna punk me off and talk about it. How come I ain't catching the football, man? Get out of here with that nonsense. But I thought that was funny. That was funny, man. So let me try to find that clip for you while I wait for wifey to come down here and I can make my picks. I'm gonna make my picks first, and then I'm gonna see what she does. So let me get right into it. Let me get right into the picks, my peoples, and we can get on with your Friday. But let's see what we got with this weekend slate of games. And she doesn't know about the Steelers game, so I'm gonna ask her who wins against the Steelers and see what she says. But we shall see. All right, so who's up? Who is up and who is down? Let's see what we got here, folks. All right. So check this out. This week. So the Steelers, obviously, I can't believe the Steelers lost to the Patriots. Y'all the bums, man. Steelers, bro. Terrible. All right, here we go. Schedule this week. We got the Bucs and Falcons. Well, let me put it this way to you. There was conversation today about the Bucs, the Falcons, and what they need and what they're waiting for. And right now, Justin Fields, he doesn't know if he's going to be part of that squad with the Bears. And he went on a little rant. I wouldn't even call it a rant. He said, man, if I'm going to be around here, I'm going to be around here. If I'm not, cool, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? God's got me. And that's truth. It's facts. God's always got you. And somebody mentioned, put him with Arthur Smith. Put him again in Atlanta with Bijan. You know what I'm saying? With London. You know what I'm saying? With that big tight end of theirs. Like, they could do some work out there, man. They could do some work. We get Justin Fields out there because those two quarterbacks out there just ain't doing it. Ritter, I don't know what they were thinking about putting Ritter in, but you got to give him a chance at least. But Ritter ain't that dude. He's just a backup quarterback. But you put Justin Fields over there, maybe you got Atlanta doing something. But some people feel like, Fields is bum. He ain't that dude. Trust me. Like, what you see in the Bears is what you see. But, like, the Bears, I know they gave him some weapons. They gave him DJ Moore. They were saying Darnell Mooney's out there. The run game's I guess. Nothing great, but, like, nothing fantastic out there. What's going on out there in Chicago? Not really much. But is he done? But, dude, Fields with Atlanta would look – that would kind of make you pause for cause and be like, all right, let me see what they got over there. You give him a full offseason with Arthur Smith that's supposed to be an offensive guru? That wouldn't be so bad, man. That would be so bad. So if I'm going to pick between that team right there, the Buccaneers and Falcons, the 5-7 Bucs and the 6-6 Falcons, and by the way, Evans, 10th with I think the person that has more than that is Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is the only person that had more than that. So, salute to freaking Mike Evans to get 1,000 yards every season, ever since you've been rookie. That's insane, man. That's incredible. That's a level of consistency that you don't see from a whole lot of people. So, Buccaneers, Falcons, give me, and I got the Falcons at home. And that's a divisional game. Give me the Falcons, man. Give me the Falcons to take that win. I like the defense of the Falcons, and I like what they do on the run game. But Rachaad White, no joke though. Rachaad White can play. Lions and Bears, that's an easy one. Give me the Lions. The Lions are just that good, man. They're well coached. They're well balanced. Jared Goff just has to be better. He can't keep turning the fucking ball over, man. He's killing me. Jared Goff is killing me. He's on my fantasy team right now, and I'm on the brink right now of I was leading the league, and then I went on a slump because Jared Goff was killing me, and then obviously buys, and you got to move things around and so on and so forth. But Jared, you're killing me. My roster is too damn good for you to mess me up. Stop playing, man. Stop playing better. You got a good squad out there. Let's get it together, baby. Let's go. So Lions and Bears. Give me the Lions. Colts, Bengals. Oof. Who do we want to win that game? The Colts winning last week kind of messed things up a little bit. But you think we want the Colts to win? Nah, we don't want the Colts to win. We want the Bengals to win. So maybe put the Bengals in, but then that puts them at 7-6. It put the Colts at 76. And if we win, we're at 76. We're all tied up. So maybe that does work. Oh, that's a tough one. Who y'all want with that one? You want the Bengals? Colts? That's a tough one. I'm gonna come back to that one. Jaguars, Brown. Well, we want the Jags to win that one. We definitely want the Jags to win. So let the Jags win that game because the Browns losing is great for us. Get them out of there. And we'll take that. Like right now, they don't know if they're going to go with Joe Flacco, if they're going to go with the rookie JTR. I mean, JRT or JTR. So whoever they go with, it's not Deshaun Watson. And even if when Deshaun Watson was playing, Deshaun Watson wasn't having a great year at all. He was having a mediocre year. And I say mid, and I'm being generous. He didn't have a great year. But his leadership, his ability to make plays is what makes Deshaun. But in this case, give me the Browns to lose this one. Give me the Jags, man. I'm taking the Jags. Yeah, it is cold in here, huh? Give me the Jags to take this game. Panthers, Saints. Don't care. Don't give a damn about that. Give me the Saints, man. The Saints will take that, no problem. Texans and Jets. Do we want the Jets to upset the Texans? Heck yes. Although I like CJ Stroud and what CJ Stroud is doing. You got to take the Jets to take the Texans. And obviously Zach Wilson coming back is cool. So bring in Zach Wilson. And Zach Wilson should do the job. I mean, they never should have benched him in the first place. Let's get on to the Jets for a second. The Jets are a bunch of idiots. You're just going to sit there and not say hello to everybody?
I'm going to wait till you're done. I didn't want to interrupt. I'm respectful.
Say hello.
Hey guys. Sorry it took so long. Our kids are super annoying tonight. They just got in from a birthday party at 9:00 and it was like, anyway, I'm over them.
Yo, I smell musty. Is it me? I smell musty? I feel like I'm smelling musty. You ever catch yourself? Is it me? Maybe I'm smelling musty. I feel like I'm smelling musty.
Is it me? I just came down here.
No. I've been kind of like, yo, is it me? What's going on? brother smelling musty right now. This is the problem. Sometimes you feel that way. And this is why I don't understand how people can walk around and not know that they smell musty and they walk around hands up in the air and all that stuff, bro.
Or they hold the door open for you.
Opening
it's okay. I'll go after you. Kindly go ahead.
Keeping the door open.
Terrible. Just go. Kindly leave.
Yo, somebody musty in the chat. Am I smelling y'all? Is one of y'all musty in the chat? It must be. Yo, Rev said, yo, it's your mic. Not the case, Rev. Not the case.
Did you tell them that you got a new laptop?
Yeah, people been asking, did you get a new laptop? I mean, that didn't glitch. And I'm not raging internally. So we're good. Yeah, man. Sometimes you get that musty smell, you feel musty, and you're like, yo, what's up? But I don't feel it, but I'm like, am I smelling something? Anyway. But some people just don't know. They're musty as ever. Body odor like mother effer. And they're like, morning. Hand up in the air and stuff. Oh, come here. I haven't seen you in a long time. Back up. Anyway.
I tell people.
Keep your arms down is what I'm saying. So my phone just went down. What's that?
I'd hope somebody would tell me.
Yo, if I'm musty, listen, for where I work, I got employees that they don't some don't take care of themselves. And they'll come to me, say, hey man, like you know how to talk to these people, so you got to go and tell them. And I got no problems, man. Listen, but I can only do it to men. There's no way I can approach a lady and say, hey, so I get the other my female colleagues to go, you go and handle that, because I ain't about that. Not about that. But I have addressed people. And I went to one dude, I was like, hey man, can I talk to you real quick? I brought him over. I was, listen, man, you're doing a really good job. You're working, because you got to give them what you call the shit sandwich. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, or the positive sandwich, where you give them positive, get to the point where you're trying to get to, and then positive, as end them in positive. That's the one-on-one of being a supervisor and all that stuff, right? So anyway, I go to this brother. I say, hey man, I gotta talk to you, man. Listen, I've been watching, man. You've been doing a great job, and you've been doing an awesome job, man. Keep it up. The one thing I do want to mention to you though is that there's some folks that have been around you today, and they were a little uncomfortable because they can smell how hard you've been working, And he's like, what? I was like, well, I'm trying to get to is that maybe you didn't put any deodorant on today, because there has been people that are a little uncomfortable. but it's because you've been working hard and you're sweating. And maybe you didn't change your shirt and you probably wore the shirt that you wore yesterday. I have no idea. But do me a favor. Just go to the washroom, kind of wash up a little bit and come back, because I want you to keep doing what you got to do, because you're doing an amazing job. Look what you've done. Boom, boom, boom. And that's how you got to talk to the employees sometimes. And you know what? It was effective. He said, oh, I had no idea. Cool. And he went and handled his business.
I'm like, you smell. Go put some deodorant.
That's the smell of success. He's being successful right now. But in that moment, I was like, yo, you gotta wash up, man. Go wash your ass, bro. And certainly he did. And obviously I was more respectful with the way I'm talking to you. But it wasn't offensive, because there's ways you can say, man, you stink, bro. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Be like, hey man, you're working really hard. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and change your shirt. Or go ahead and wash up. I even Googled it. If you don't have the deodorant, what are you supposed to do? And how do I tell these people? And you know what I mean? It's been successful. Now, I had somebody try to involve me. He's like, hey man, this lady over here. I was like, no, not my department. There ain't no way I'm gonna go over there and do that. Get such and such to go do that. Ain't gonna be me. But anyway, I don't even know how we got to this conversation, but we're here because I said I thought it was a musty. Anywho, let's move on to making these picks, because I was in the middle of making these picks, but now that wifey's here, I'm gonna let her jump in these picks. So I'm gonna call the games out. Yeah, you're gonna do. I'll do you first, and I'll do you later. Hey yo! All right, ready?
That's that sandwich you're talking about. Okay, go on. Yeah.
Here, put these in so you can hear.
Okay.
So here's how we're gonna start.
Wait a second.
Left and right.
No, I know. I'm not an idiot.
Left and right.
The R is for right. Ooh, I hate these feeling things. I hate the feeling
you can hear yourself.
These.
You can hear yourself.
You have a cold. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
I know.
So
that's why I poured it.
Is it this?
Well, it was.
All right, get ready. Here we go. Buccaneers at the Falcons. The Falcons are 6-6. They're a 500 team, and the Buccaneers are 5-7.
They just won, didn't they?
They won last week.
Yeah.
Barely.
No, it's apparently.
No, it's barely.
No, that's.
We've talked about this.
Okay. Yeah. I forgot. Okay.
Barely. If you guys know where that's from, that barely, when that lady was like, she's like, I'm partially blind, or
No,
what was she? She was some kind of blind, and you're like, you mean you can't see? Barely. Anyway, Buccaneers, Falcons.
Actually, I'm gonna go with Joe on this one and say Falcons.
That's a very good pick.
I think they're gonna do it.
Falcons. Is there any reason behind that?
They have a lot to prove, I feel like.
Okay. All right. Lions and Bears. The Lions are 9-3. Mm-hmm. The Bears are 4-8. They're in the same division.
Yeah.
And usually division games, they play them tough because they play each other twice a year. You're going with the Bears. Yeah. Is that your upset of the week?
Yeah.
Is that your upset of the week?
Yeah.
Do you have a chance to recant your story?
Recant?
Recant.
Well, I can't right now. I'll figure it out at the end. Keep going.
All right. You're going to go with the Bears? I'll come back to you on that one.
Okay.
Colts, Bengals.
I'm sitting. He's standing. Sorry.
Colts, Bengals.
Bengals.
Well, who's asking questions?
No, they said, are you standing? I said, I'm sitting. He's standing.
All right. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Who'd you say? Colts or Bengals? The Colts are 7-5.
I don't care.
And the Bengals. Okay. Yeah, that's a good pick. Actually, I'm solid with that. All right. Yeah. Jaguars, Browns. Deshaun Watson is hurt. He's on IR. He's on injured reserve. He's not playing for the rest of the year. Oh. They just brought in Joe Flacco, he's a journeyman. He's out of the league. They just picked him off the couch.
What a sin. So he has a lot to prove too.
He has a lot to prove, but they're not sure if they're going to play him or the rookie. Or the Jaguars that are 8-4, and they lead their division.
Are you trying to sway my pick?
I'm not swaying. I'm just kind of giving you all the things you need to know.
I know. All right. Okay. Anyways,
Jaguars. There we go.
Just stop though. Just say
one. Then fine. If I'm gonna just say, you're gonna give me your reasons. You can just. Here we go.
Just don't.
1-11. So the Panthers are 1-11, and the Saints are 5-7.
I am not picking the Chiefs, actually.
FA.
Sorry. Okay. Say it again. What you said. I wasn't listening to you.
Of course you weren't listening. The Panthers, they're 1-11, and the Saints are 5-7.
I want to say Saints.
Okay. The Texans and the Jets. The Texans are 7-5.
Jets.
And the Jets are 4-8. You got the Texans?
Yeah.
All right. The Rams and Ravens.
You
The
already
Rams.
know I'm gonna get
Listen
the
to me.
Rams. That doesn't
The Rams are
okay.
6-6, and the Ravens are 9-3 with Lamar Jackson.
I know. Rams.
Okay, the
That's my
Rams-
other upset.
And listen, if the Rams beat the Ravens, then
I
it
mean,
makes
they
things
won't.
interesting.
But they're my picks. These are my Hail
I know
Marys.
these are your picks. Vikings, Raiders.
Is
The
it
Vikings
Raiders?
are 6-6.
Is that Ray's team? No.
The Raiders team is the
Vikings.
Ravens that you decided to pick against.
No, it's not the Vikings. Isn't it?
No, the Ravens.
Oh, it is the Ravens.
Did you want to change your pick?
I don't know now.
We'll come back to it.
Okay.
Vikings, Raiders. Vikings have Justin Jefferson's coming back, one of the best receivers in the game.
You know, I used to love Peterson. That's why I used to always choose Vikings from way back when. So I'm going to choose Vikings.
Okay, so you're going the Vikings over the Raiders.
Mhm.
That's a good pick. Seahawks, 49ers. The Seahawks
49ers.
are 6-6.
Yeah.
49ers. Okay, there we go. You got the 49ers. I'm not gonna choose that one yet. The Broncos and Chargers. 6-6 Broncos. Russell Wilson, let's ride. Oh, you got the Chargers. 5-7 with Khalil Mack and them boys. On
I
that
love
defense.
Russell Wilson, just as like a dad and a husband. So yeah, we'll go with Russell.
You go Russell?
Yeah.
Russell.
Russell.
So Broncos over the Chargers, 6-6. All right, cool. Eagles, Cowboys. That's a big game Sunday
Oh,
night.
your brother. I want to
Yep.
rival with him, so I'm gonna go Eagles. That's John's team, right?
Yeah, John's team is the Eagles. Who you
Okay.
got? And the Eagles
Eagles.
just beat the Bills last week, so you're going with
I know.
Eagles. Eagles over the Cowboys, and then on the 11th, you got two games. I didn't even know there was two games. Titans, Dolphins,
Dolphins.
and then you got the Packers and the Giants.
Giants.
The Giants over the
Yeah.
Packers. Interesting pick.
I know.
And last but not least, the Bills and the Chiefs.
The Bills. Fuck
Don't
the
just
Chiefs.
say
Fuck
the Bills 'cause
Arrowhead.
you're trying to
No,
make me happy.
I'm actually over Taylor Swift and Kelsey. I don't want to see anything to do with them, even though we're playing in Arrowhead. I'm gonna go with the Bills because we're the shit and we need to win. We have to win this.
Okay.
I like for McDermott's sake, he has to win this. So I think that he's just gonna go tits in full force, which I hope he does.
I've
And
never
we
heard
don't have
tits in
anybody.
before.
Well, you don't
Did
have
you
you don't
make that
have
up?
tits,
Tits in.
balls deep, tits up. Well, I don't know. Anyways,
Tits in.
I don't have.
It's cool.
Regardless.
You're making it up as you go. I like it. It's cool.
We have to win. Like there's no like like we have to win. We have to win.
Why? Why?
You know why?
I don't understand.
McDermott. We have to win.
McDermott.
Yeah.
We'll talk on that in just a moment.
Oh,
Let me just make my picks real quick,
yeah.
and I'll let you guys, and then we'll talk on. I want to get Wifey's thoughts on McDermott. She kind of knows a little bit, but I just want to see her thoughts on it. Buccaneers, Falcons. I got the Falcons. I got the Lions over the Bears. I got the Bengals Colts game, man. Oh. For reasons that I want my Bills to get in, I got to take the Colts. Let me get the Bengals over because I know the Bengals are going to lose later on. Let me take the Bengals over the Colts.
Mm.
I'll take the Jags over the Browns. Got to. CJ better get a dub. You need that. I'll take Jets over the Texans, and here's why. That Jets defense, Zach Wilson is just better than the quarterbacks they have in that squad. The Jets over the Texans is my upset of the week. I'll take the Ravens over the Rams. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take the Rams over the Ravens. I'm gonna take the Rams over the Ravens.
I feel like we should put our money where our mouth is in
Be
place.
quiet.
Okay.
Put our money where our mouth is. We broke. We're not doing all that.
Immediately like Jennifer's Christmas.
Yeah.
Four
I'll
children.
take the Rams over the Ravens. I don't know. There's something that tells me the Rams might take this one. Vikings over the Raiders. I'll take that. I'm gonna take the 49ers over the Seahawks. I got the Bills over the Chiefs.
Mhm.
I got the Broncos over the Chargers, and I got the Cowboys over the Eagles.
You do? Wow.
Yeah, because the Eagles, listen, man, they're getting exposed, and they're about to get exposed again. We exposed them, but even though we lost that game, we exposed them.
I think it's brotherly love.
Yo, answer my friend the real.
What?
Ask him first of all. Ask him, what do you think I wear? That's a
Do you
wild
say you wear
question.
Tim's?
He says, Rico, do you wear Tim's?
Tim's like Timberland?
Yeah, Timberland. Yeah.
Didn't I buy you a black pair like a few years ago for Christmas?
But I wonder what he
Boots?
thinks.
Because we're
what
in
he thinks I
Canada.
wear.
Is that why? Like winter boots? Like what else are you gonna wear? Sorels, I guess.
Sorels. No, I'm usually I wear Tim's like in the winter here and
I
there.
sort of said lugs.
But I'm like more of like a I have these browns, like these nice brown ones that I wear that can.
Oh, I do like those.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a suave.
those
Yeah, I mean,
are
I get suave a
sexy.
little bit sometimes. You know what I mean? But Timbo's
Because they probably just see you only in like this attire,
Yeah.
which is my favorite attire.
You wear Timbs. Like, what do you wear? I wear tennis shoes. Those little things with little laces.
Black Air Forces. It says you
I'm wearing
Air
nursing
Forces.
shoes. So what do you think I wear?
Stop it.
But I'm a shoe guy. I got a
You
lot
have
of shoes.
way
bro.
more shoes. I was gonna say, please don't
shoes,
start. The
All
amount
right.
of shoes you have is.
Give me the Cowboys over the
ridiculous.
Eagles. Give me the Dolphins over the Titans, and give me the Packers over the Giants. I think the Packers are doing well right now. And those are my picks. So hold on to them picks. Make your money off those picks. Let's see what we got. Let me ask you a question, madam. Are you ready?
I am.
I
do. Charles, you wanted me?
Yeah, Charles, you wanted me, Charles. Right now, McDermott is getting killed.
Yeah, well, yeah. Which
getting
is
killed.
stupid. I'm sorry.
He's getting killed right now.
Yeah.
So my question to you is like, when people when you feel like when truth comes out about you,
right?
Mm-hmm. And it's hurtful because there's like, shit, I didn't know that about me. How do you respond to that?
Like, shit, I didn't know that about me. You better know it about. How do you not know it?
When someone tells you, let's just say you're working somewhere, or like, I don't know, like, you know, when something comes out about you and you're like, oh shit, all those people think that about me.
Oh, okay.
This is what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, I understand.
So how do you respond? How would you respond?
Fuck the haters. No, I'm just kidding.
Sean Mcdermott has a whole lot of people
that
are on his ass right now.
Okay, but what can he do about it? Like, he said what he said. He did what he did. He dealt with it before. What? Who gives a shit about this guy bringing this back up? For what? What do you need? A name for yourself? Is this what you're like? What the fuck is this? What is this? This is ridiculous. If it came about like a week ago, cool. This is so many years ago.
4 years ago,
fuck off.
Okay.
Like, that's ridiculous. You can anybody that you know, you can really look and find dirt about. If that's the worst that you've got on him, honestly, whatever.
Let me ask you this.
I don't care.
The people that
I'm not saying I don't care, because like it's not, you know, so 9/11 was absolutely horrible, terrible analogy. Probably shouldn't have done it. Did it, owned it, over.
Yeah. Okay,
so who cares?
So here's this. There was a coach on the team that the players loved him so much they bought him a truck. They said they put their money together, they bought him a brand new truck.
Okay.
And apparently pissed off Sean Mcdermott. And it pissed him off, and he was like, and he just wasn't happy about it. And he kind of made life a little uneasy. And then that coach ended up leaving that offseason.
Yeah.
And was like, I'll take a job, the same job I'm in, but I'll take it elsewhere. I want out. And that got resurfaced. So
But
doesn't that make you feel some type of way? Like, why you get mad that the guy's got me a truck? So he's thinking, you're getting too close to the players. I want you to coach. Don't be their friend. I want you to be their coach.
I want you to be both.
So McDermott tripping.
I mean, yeah, in my opinion.
So this thing, these are the truths that are coming out. So like, to me,
but these are nothing that are like horrible as a person of who he is. He feels a certain way about stuff. Who gives a shit? He's allowed to feel that way. That doesn't define who he is, because he has a certain feeling about something. One thing that happened. What defines you is shit you do, not how you feel about something. Well, like, to me, in my opinion. Cool. Like, if I can feel how I want to feel, but I'm a grown ass person, I can say what I want, and then that's on me. But I'm not gonna sit there and like do some stupid shit about it. Like, he didn't go flatten all the tires or fucking, you know what I mean?
Well,
stupid
here's
shit.
What he did do.
Okay.
He made the call to kick it into the end zone and not squib it against that 13 seconds game.
Yeah.
He made that call. He fired, or he moved on from Leslie Frazier.
Yeah.
And used him as a scapegoat. He took on the responsibility to call defense. There's a lot of things that he's done that people are like, yo, that was your doing. And they're saying that he doesn't take accountability and he's blaming it on anybody else. There's one time where he made a speech after they lost, and he goes, figure out what you guys got to fix, because we got to fix it, and walked out. So
would you not say timing could have been a factor in that? That you're pissed off when they lose? Do you know how many times that you're pissed off when they lose and you say some fucked up shit, and then you're like, let me catch my composure? You're allowed to feel things in the heat of the moment. Everybody does. That is what makes you human. You fuck up, you apologize, you get your shit together, and you move on.
And they're saying that he's fucked up too many times and he's got to go.
Whatever.
And that's the problem. They're saying you fucked up way too many times.
So nobody else has ever? I'm sure, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not saying like you're not allowed to fuck off. Like, you shouldn't, but you do.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know.
I like that.
I
McDermott's
think
about
you
to
just
get
move
nasty
on.
now.
Move on.
McDermott's about to get nasty. We'll see.
Well,
So,
I would too.
Apparently, with all the things that have gone on now,
I would lay all the shit out myself and be like, this is what I've done. I've done this, 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 and this. Lay it all out and then be like, anybody got something to say? Get it the fuck out now and then move on.
Ooh.
Like, let me handle my own. I'll admit my own. Eat me alive. You got 10 minutes. Go. And then don't bring this shit up ever again and shut the fuck up. That's me. I own my shit and then I'm out.
I kind of like that approach.
Because
you know what?
If they want to find it, they're gonna look at it. Right.
I made the wrong call.
And
12 seconds. I'm at 12 seconds. Yes, I fucked up on that. Blah, 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 blah. All right. What else do you guys want? All right. Can I go fucking coach this team?
Right.
And get a dub? Thank you guys very much. Have a good day.
That's what I would do. And then I would be on my merry way.
Okay. What about the 25 people that were talking about that junk that they mentioned stuff to the guy running?
If you're not going to tell me names, I don't give a shit. If you're not big enough to say and own your own shit too, then fuck off. I don't care. If I'm owning mine and you can't own yours, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but see, aren't you opening up a box?
What box?
Pandora's box. Oh, you want me to tell you? And all 25 names? Yeah,
Go ahead.
It was you that did this. It was you that did that.
So?
Yeah, you did this. Now you're just airing
You
all
got
my
10
laundry.
minutes. Air it out. Move on. Like, because what are you going to do? Wait for them to come out and bring it out again in another 4 years and keep dragging you? Like, fuck. It is what it is. You can't tell me that like people are going to sit here and freaking throw. That's that don't throw rocks at a whatever.
Glass house?
Yeah. Nobody in here has not ever done something fuckery. Or another coach or whatever. Like, get on with it. Own it and move on. That's how I look at life. Some people do not look at life like that.
You know what I told the people?
Yeah.
I already lived through all these excuses with Marv Levy. Move on. See, some people just don't want to hear it. They want nothing to do with Sean McDermott. They want him to F out of here because I've done this with Marv Levy.
Okay, so you bring somebody else in, and what if they find more shit on that person? Oh, that person too.
Well, this is my beef. My beef is okay, fine. Move on from Sean McDermott. You bring up some other guy, and the guy makes it worse. Right? You break up with a good
Okay, but like,
girl.
what is the point of this? Like, what is your motive to get? Like, what are you bringing all this shit up for?
What people are saying is this team is so close from winning. Sean McDermott's the problem. Put somebody else
one
in there.
person.
That's what they're saying.
Oh my god.
That's the thing.
Well then.
So
good luck to anyone. If that's how they're looking at anything.
Well, think about it.
I don't know. That's how I see it. I just think that's a lot to put on one person.
And that's the beauty of being a head coach because
you
take all the beauty of the head coach is when things are great, you get the praise, but when they're terrible,
he doesn't get the praise when you guys win. Like, I don't think he does.
I mean, he has gotten praise because he's gotten the Bills
yeah, but there's a lot of
terrible position back in the day.
Right, but
and he brought us out of it, and now we're a thriving.
And now we're like,
team.
boo, we don't like him.
There you go. And some people are like, I don't give a damn. Like,
what do you need?
Or some people are nice about it. They're like, we love what he's done, but he just can't get over the hump. So now we need somebody else.
Do you think he's not frustrated? Fuck off. Give me a minute. Let me come get my. It's like old school. Let me get my composure.
Yeah,
just throwing shit around.
But here's the thing: people are like, we gave you 7 years.
And you just said, look at all the shit he's done in 7 years. If he didn't do anything in 7 years, cool. But he has. So fuck off.
But they won a championship.
Don't we all? What do you mean? Isn't that why we're here?
Laura's saying we're regressing. The problem is they're seeing this team is regressing.
And that's only because of McDermott, no other players, not Poirier, not like a few other people.
Right.
That maybe you.
And this is the argument. And listen,
I mean, I love Poirier. You know I do as a person.
Yeah.
But I think his time is up. I think there's more than one person's time up. I think it's more than just McDermott, to be honest. But whatever.
So my man Rev said, Jenna's revealing just how petty all childish this is. It is because like,
what's your motive? And you're gonna wait till we have a game like after bye weeks and all this other shit to like come out with this nonsense? Fuck off. It already happened years ago. Not last week. Not like this season. Years.
So
like,
let me put it this way. Let me try to put it this way in a situation. You and I, we're married, we're good. And you start seeing that I'm like, everything's cool, but like, there's things that I'm just not doing what I used to do back in the day. So I'm not what I used to do. And now you're like, yo, I gotta leave this man. Obviously, this is like, it's weird to kind of use this analogy, but I'm trying to bring something.
But we've had factors added within years.
And some people are unforgiving.
We've had children. We've had pregnancies. We've had moves. We've had children going off to university. We've had a surprise baby. We've had a pandemic. We've had
surprise baby.
Oh, I'm sorry. You planned him?
I'm just saying.
Nope. I certainly didn't. I'm glad he's here, but it was not planned.
Well, people want McDermott out because they just feel like, you know what, you got us to where we need to get, and away we go.
And thanks so much. So we're just going to handle it from here. With who would we bring in? That's what I want to know.
The question.
Who do you want? What do you need? No, like, what do you want? Who do you want?
People feel like a defensive coach is not the answer. They need someone that can tap into Josh Allen. And in this article, they're claiming that the relationship between Josh Allen and McDermott is just okay. It's not like a close one. Right. And they feel like they need someone that can really tap in.
The thing is, like, what everybody says about the Bills every single time is, you have what you need. Why can't you make it work? And that, if you look at it on that forefront, it has to go to the coach.
Yep. And that's what they're saying.
Like, I understand that part, because you're like, what else do you need? You have every single little player. You have the chessboard. You have all the players. Even everybody now is healthy. What do you need? If he loses this game, it's not a good look.
He may lose this game. But let's just say he loses this game and wins the next 4. But they still miss the playoffs. Let's just say he wins all 5 going forward and they still miss the playoffs. You fire him. I
think they're going to fire him anyway.
You think?
I do. I hope they don't, but
this
I think that they do. I just think that they will. because of what I said before.
Well, they came out and said he's 100% not getting fired. Like 2 weeks ago, they said all this jazz, he ain't getting fired. Is 100% he's not getting fired. And some people are not happy about that because, like, dude, let him play the season out and then talk about it. But you just gave him assurance that he's coming back, and people don't like it.
And people don't change their minds. Is that written in stone?
And they also just gave him a contract extension. Him and Brandon B.
Pretty stone. I don't know.
It is tough, and this is why Bills fans are torn because they're not sure whether.
So you're going to keep all the same players and the same coach and hope for the best next year? Start new, or what? You're going to make some shuffles.
They have to make some shuffles,
right?
100%.
So maybe if you kept McDermott and you shuffled some people, is he still shit? And you need to get rid of him? Or are you going to see that, oh, wait, it wasn't him and it was not? Like, you're never going to be happy. Like, it doesn't matter. Until we win, we're going to find reasons and people to blame because that's just it. We're pissed. We're sick of it. It's like we went from complete shit to having a chance to fucking up and like being so close and like heartbroken all over again when it's like, what else do we need? We needed a quarterback. We have one. Like, we need this. We have it. We have an amazing defense. We have it. Like, why? What are we missing? What do we not?
Podcaster now. You get it.
Okay, we're done.
She's podcasting. That's on my co-host.
I hate you sometimes.
We're gonna call the Rico and Jenna show, boy. Keep going. All right. Well, listen. No. Hold on. Since you're on a roll,
I'm done.
Since you're on a roll, let's keep it going. I mean, listen, she's on a roll, folks. So if you guys, before we sign out, 2 or 3 questions for wifey. Hashtag it, Jenna, so I can see it, and then ask your question because she's cooking right now. She don't realize she's cooking, but she's cooking.
No, it just stuff like that annoys me.
It's just that people are so fickle. They want this team to be successful so badly, but like, you know what I mean? You know how many teams they just don't. They do so well, but they just don't win the Super Bowl. It happens. Everybody wants a Super Bowl. Everyone wants an NBA championship. How long are we going to do that?
It's our turn.
It falls on the coaching.
It's been our turn.
They say it falls on the coaching.
Well,
somebody said, "Yo, Rico's nursing that drink." I'm not.
Well, I can't anymore.
It's because it's hers. I'm just trying to take a little sip.
You're sick. You took a little sip, and now I can't have it. I mean, I don't. I'm not.
I'm not sick.
I'm not trying to be sick. I'm trying so hard this winter season to just not be sick.
Favorite dinner Rico makes.
Everything. This motherfucker's, he can, excuse my language.
This motherfucker's not real. Why'd you say? You had the opportunity.
Because I was trying not to swear and it just came
bullshit,
out. I'm trying. I said trying.
Yeah.
Anyways, no, this is terrible lighting, by the way. My favorite meal, I like Haitian food.
That's your favorite one?
That's one of them, but we don't do it anymore, really. It takes a long time.
What about the D's one?
D's nut.
I thought you loved those.
Such a
I thought you loved these. These were great.
Stop it.
These were good yesterday. All right, let me see another one. Someone
Why do I like you?
915 Buffalo says, "Yo, Jenna's right, man. McDermott will get fired. Just remember, Rico, McDermott was backing up Dorsey before the Broncos game, and see what happens. Yeah, well, and things change. That's the prime. The prime thing is things change, and he needed to see one more outing if Dorsey can, you know what I mean, change ways and try to move things around. And guess what? That decision alone proved costly because we lost that Denver game, and then we make the change, and then we have a freaking two great offensive outputs since then. It was Joe Brady, so massive.
But who would you actually want to bring in?
I don't want to bring anybody in. I like McDermott for this
I know.
game,
I'm
for
saying
this team,
to
so.
other people, the people that are not from McDermott. Well, who would you want?
Hashtag Genesis, Rico, you ought to bring Jenna on here more often. You two do great together. Go Bills. I mean, I did marry her.
Until we had a baby, I was on here all the time with you.
Somebody said Rico babysitting tonight?
No.
Nope.
They're grown. They can take care of themselves minus the wee man. For the most part.
Dave Cool says, yo, McDermott will get scooped up sooner than later. Listen.
Imagine if he got scooped up by someone.
He will.
And then they won.
I mean.
And then we never won again. What?
Listen, people, you mentioned the grass is never greener on the other side. You can ruin a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah. What if they fall apart if he leaves and just can't get their shit together?
I don't know. And that's the unknown. And right now, the known is Brandon Bean says, ain't no thing happening. That's my guy. I ride for my guy. There's nothing going down. All this other shit was happening years ago. We're trying to win a game here, and you guys are bringing up some slander. Yo, we ain't about that.
Yeah, that's annoying. That annoyed me. I was like, why?
We ain't about that life.
We've got enough shit to worry about.
Yep. But that's it. I mean, those are the things that are popping off right now.
Are you going live tomorrow? What's happening?
Live tomorrow.
The kids have soccer. No, tomorrow's Saturday. Sunday, I meant.
That's Rev. That's Rev going live tomorrow, man.
No, but what time is soccer? What time is your game's at? What 4? What time is the game at? 5?
Read that comment coming from Joe Brown because I think you need to read that.
Jenna, better read.
No, I didn't say whisper it. I said read it.
People can see.
Direct order.
Bless your heart. Jenna better take care of Rico. He's been killing the BF YouTube material. Please smash those likes, fam. Share, smash the like, all the good stuff. And you know what? Let me tell you something. All the good stuff.
It's not just myself. I'll tell you, I like what I do, but man, I got my man Rev that's been killing it.
Pierre.
And he's gracefully moved this stuff on Saturdays. So now you got content on Saturdays. Then you got my man Pierre. You got my man Bobby. You got the whole writing crew. We got writers beyond that. We got my man Evan that comes on periodically when he's not busy. Z-Bot.
Skull Gummy.
Doing it. Z-Bot went on tonight. He went on the show. He did a special show for y'all tonight. So yeah, man, we got a good crew, man. We had a massive crew before we shrunk it to where this is the perfect amount of people we got for the squad. So we appreciate you, man.
You need to go to a Bills game.
And still to my guy
Cole.
Z-Bot. Give me something on the yo. He wants something all nice. What do we got?
So do I. I was gonna wait to get a little bit dirty.
No, she didn't bring it in. She brought a glass of wine. That's all she did. She brought a glass of wine.
You drank my wine.
Z-Bot, here's a challenge for you. Caroline needs to come on the show, and y'all need to do the show together.
Oh, fun.
Caroline. That's what you need to do, brother.
It's not. It's Sweet Caroline. I can't.
No. But see, there's another thing.
Sweet Caroline.
I'm not doing Sweet Caroline. I was giving you Outcast. Caroline. You know.
Oh, Roses.
Come on, man.
Yeah, sorry.
We're usually on the right now. You letting these people get you now that you're podcasting. Now you
I keep thinking about is my wine that I can't drink. Where's the other cup?
Why can't you drink the wine?
Because I literally am trying so hard, Lysoling our life away.
Whatever, bro. Show us some liquor. No, we ain't got no liquor today, bro. I mean, the liquor's back there, but We're just chilling right now. We're just chilling. Z-Bot, goated, Rev, goated, BF, goated. I mean, the whole squad, this whole squad is fire, bro. So you guys already know that.
This has been going on for a
long time. Crown and Sprite, yuck. You know that's one thing I want. Crown Royal and Sprite. What are Rev drinking on? Rev, what you drinking on, bro? Somebody said, yo, Rico, let me get that spicy water. That spicy water. Z-Bot is a funny dude. Yo, Z-Bot is a natural funny cat. Natural. It just comes to him naturally, bro. That's just what it is, man. Like, some people got to work towards it. They gotta look for the timing. Bro, this guy is naturally a comedic dude. It just comes natural, this guy, man. This is what it is. Yeah. So then when me, Rev, and Z-Bot get on the mic together, it's a good time. So yeah, man, it's about chemistry, man. You get good chemistry with people, it rolls, it works. You know what I mean? So anyway, the real said, yo, Rev making Dr. Seuss drinks. I don't know what that is, brother.
No, that's weird. Right. I want to know actually. Me and Woodley are throwing a Christmas party.
They can't hear you.
Oh, we're throwing a Christmas party next week. Next week. So if you guys could give us some ideas for drinks, preferably holiday, drop them so I can write them down. Holiday drinks. You know, like rum chata, cinnamon, nutmeg. What? No, like a Christmassy shot or like a Christmassy drink. What? What do you mean? Like rum chata, you know what I mean? And then like the nutmeg or Patron. That's Patron. Yeah, it is.
Ask me where the hell I got that. No idea. We have people just bringing stuff and we just put it on there. Yeah, ain't no way. Catching me drinking Patron? I'm a like, listen, it's got to taste good.
Have another baby.
It's got to taste good. You know what? I gotta get herself another mic. I'm gonna get another mic, a mic boom, and then put one right here. That way we can like.
Is that my Christmas?
Oh, that's a good Christmas gift.
No, that's a good Christmas gift for you. That is not something
a mic? Get yourself a mic? Yeah, boy. That's it.
Absolutely
not. Somebody said that's my therapy.
What?
Bot is my therapy. Yo.
Yeah, I understand.
I'll tell you right now, man. Bot.
Especially if you lose.
Let me tell you, Bot on Monday nights. He already knows what it is. Bot on Monday nights is great because we went through the emotions of the post-game show with myself. And right after the game, you know what I'm saying? And then on the day after, you need something to kind of, here comes Bot. You know what I'm saying? And then we get it going. And then there's Tuesday. And I come back on Tuesday. And then right before to get the game, get us prepped up for the game, we got Rev on Saturdays, bro. It's a good mix. It's a good mix, man. Yeah, we do have a good flow. Yo, Rico, how you picking? Oh, he said, who you picking? If the Bills don't go to the playoffs. Hell no, I ain't picking nobody, man. The Bills don't go to the playoffs, I ain't picking nobody, man. It's like, nah, I can't do it. Can't do it, won't do it. Z-Bot Smoke Break after the Eagles game was one of the best podcast live streams I've ever watched. Great show. That's what I'm talking about, man.
I hope you liked it.
Listen, there are some great podcasts out there. Don't get me twisted. Don't get me wrong. Great podcasts out there. But listen, man, I ride with my guys, man. We got the best guys in the business. We got the best guys in the business. No doubt about it. My man, Arkman, what's up? He says, yo, that's what I'm saying, man. Show us the selection, Rico. I mean, there really ain't that much, bro. It's just a mixture of everything back there, bro. I ain't about to pull everything out there. But yeah, man, that's it for us, bro.
Irish cream. That's what I was thinking of. And for the life of me, I could not remember. And that's
Irish cream.
I asked that. Yes. An eggnog with what? See, there was all the good things that I needed right here.
What? Eggnog?
Yeah. With a what?
Eggnog with whatever whiskey in the house? Or rum?
A spice rum is really good. Yeah. Eggnog. Yes.
Listen, if you haven't had the Pink Whitney, I don't know if you guys have Pink Whitney. I mean, all right, we're not doing this. This became a football podcast. Now we're talking about nutmeg and cinnamon and all that stuff. So, not happening.
That would be great.
The real says, yo, when I first watched Smoke Break, I thought Z-Bot was gonna be smoking a blunt. I was disappointed. Nah, bro. I don't know if he gets through the show. Z-Bot would be all, I don't know. He already says he's a wild dude. So picture this guy a little bit on the up and up. All right, folks. That's it for us. We're gonna sign out. We appreciate you guys. Friday night. It's a Friday night vibe ting with the wifey, and we're gonna try to at least try to get her on the last segment of the show. We appreciate you guys always tuning in. If you guys enjoy the show, do me a favor. Do us a favor. You know what? Do her a favor.
Smash that like. Go ahead.
You need to sign up for us.
Share. You need me to what?
You're gonna sign up for us.
What are you talking
You're
about?
gonna be the DJ. So this is your outro music.
I don't know how to work any of these things,
Outro
and
music?
I'm definitely gonna bring it.
Get your outro
I'm
music.
not.
Ready?
No.
Outro.
Who does this?
Your outro music's on. Let's go.
Sorry. Okay. Thanks for coming through, guys. And this is now back to you.
You gotta talk a little louder.
Back to you.
Well, folks, that's it for us. We appreciate you guys. My man Reza, yo, Bot has a way of articulating his thoughts to the T. He can come off the cuff and dump for 3 hours nonstop. Man, I don't know how Bot does it. He just goes. He can talk about putting a light bulb in the socket, right? Which would take a minute, but he can pop that for 7 minutes straight and tell you about how he does it, when he does it, all that good stuff, bro. Dude, he is that dude. That's my guy, man. And let's get it popping, man. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining us. It's always love. Somebody asked me, province? You said province? Are you Canadian? I don't know. I don't give him the accent. I don't talk like, going to the doing the podcast, No, we don't.
First of all.
Going to do the podcast, No, we don't do that. So Drew D says, yo, Rico's my therapy, man. Yo, our therapy, we therapy together, folks. We therapy together. Does the music stop? Let me keep going. We therapy together, folks. So much appreciated. Much love. I'm telling you, it's great. So if you guys appreciated wifey coming in and giving her take on Sean Mcdermott, I actually enjoyed it. She turned into a podcaster. She didn't even realize it. She didn't even realize she became a podcaster. She was doing it. So that's it for us, folks. Enjoy your evening, and we will catch you guys again next Friday. But you'll see me this Sunday, and doing this big thing. So let me get in there because I need to know where the music stops and where it keep going. So we'll catch you guys later. Appreciate y'all. Much love. Smash that like before we get out of here, and subscribe to the channel. Salute to y'all, and until next time, it's your boy, and I'm gone. Let me get my picture up before I just get out of here. I can't just get out of here without putting up a picture up. Sad McDermott, but you know what? He's gonna be a jovial McDermott when we win this Sunday. Let's go. Peace.